Welcome to Top 10 Den, where we bring you the most interesting facts and information on a wide range of topics. In today's video, we'll be exploring the fascinating world of Vikings. From their fearsome reputation to their incredible feats of navigation, these ancient seafarers continue to capture our imagination to this day. So let's get started with our top 10 facts about Vikings. 1. Viking navigational skills. The Vikings were renowned navigators who sailed across the Atlantic Ocean to North America long before Christopher Columbus. They also travelled eastward, reaching the Caspian Sea and the Black Sea, and establishing trade routes with the Byzantine Empire. The Vikings' navigational skills were honed by their knowledge of wind, waves, and currents. They were skilled in reading the sea and could interpret the colour and movement of the water to navigate safely. The Viking ships were also designed to navigate rough waters. They had a shallow draft and could be easily beached, allowing them to travel up rivers and make surprise attacks on enemy settlements. 2. The Viking Longship. The Viking Longship was a crucial tool for the Vikings' success as seafarers and traders. They were lightweight and fast, capable of carrying large amounts of cargo and travelling long distances. They were also designed for battle, with a shallow draft that allowed them to navigate rivers and launch surprise attacks. It also had a keel that could be removed, which made it easier to navigate in shallow waters and allowed the Vikings to beach their ships without damaging them. This made the Longship an incredibly versatile vessel that could be used for a wide variety of tasks. 3. Viking cuisine. Viking cuisine was simple and focused on preserving food for long voyages. They relied heavily on fish, especially herring and cod, and also ate meat from domesticated animals such as cattle, sheep, and pigs. Vikings would often dry and smoke their fish to preserve it for long voyages. This method of preservation can still be seen in Scandinavian cuisine today, with dishes like gravlax and smoked salmon. Vikings also made use of the natural resources around them. They would gather berries, nuts, and mushrooms to supplement their diet, and would also hunt wild game such as reindeer and elk. 4. Viking social hierarchy. Viking society was divided into 3 classes: the aristocracy, the free people, and the slaves. The aristocracy were the wealthiest and most powerful, while the slaves had the lowest social status. Viking aristocrats were often buried with elaborate grave goods, such as jewelry and weapons, to indicate their wealth and status. These graves can be found throughout Scandinavia and provide insight into Viking social hierarchies. While the Vikings did practice slavery, they also had laws protecting the rights of slaves. For example, it was illegal to kill a slave without just cause, and slaves were allowed to earn their freedom by performing certain tasks or paying a set amount of money. The free people in Viking society were the largest social class and comprised the majority of the population. They were free to own land and were entitled to certain legal protections. However, they were also obligated to serve in the Viking army and pay taxes to their local chieftain. The free people were the backbone of Viking society and played a crucial role in its success. 5. Women in Viking society. While Vikings are often thought of as a society of male warriors, women also played important roles. Viking women could own property, divorce their husbands, and even lead their own armies. Some famous Viking women include Lagertha and Freydis Eriksdottir. Lagertha is a legendary Viking shield maiden and queen who was married to the legendary Viking Ragnar Lothbrok. She is said to have fought in battles alongside men, and according to Norse sagas, she was a skilled warrior who fought with a spear and a shield. She is also believed to have been a powerful ruler, and some sources suggest that she may have ruled on her own after Ragnar's death. Lagertha is a popular figure in Viking mythology and has been featured in many books, TV shows and movies. Freydis Eriksdottir was a legendary figure in Viking history and was the daughter of Eric the Red, who is credited with founding the first Viking settlement in Greenland. According to the Icelandic sagas, Freydis was a brave and independent woman who accompanied her husband on a voyage to Vinland, present-day Newfoundland, Canada. She was known for her fierce defense of her property and people, and in one famous incident, she was said to have single-handedly fought off an attack by the indigenous people of the region, using her sword and even her own breasts as weapons. 6. Viking gods and mythology. The Vikings had a complex pantheon of gods and goddesses, including Odin, Thor, and Freya. They believed in an afterlife, and that the bravest warriors would go to Valhalla, a hall in Asgard ruled by Odin, where they would fight and feast for eternity. In addition to Valhalla, the Vikings believed in another afterlife destination called Folkvanger, which was ruled by the goddess Freya. It was said that half of those who died in battle would go to Valhalla, while the other half would go to Folkvanger. Freya was known for her beauty, fertility, and love, and Folkvanger was said to be a lush and vibrant realm where the fallen warriors would continue to train and fight. Those who did not die in battle would go to one of two afterlife destinations, Hel or Niflheim. Hel was a realm ruled by the goddess Hel, where those who died of old age, illness, or other non-combat related deaths went. Niflheim was a cold and misty realm also ruled by Hel, where those who died dishonorably, such as murderers and oathbreakers, were sent. 7. Viking trade and commerce. The Vikings were skilled traders and merchants, and they established trade routes throughout Europe and beyond. They traded in goods such as furs, amber, and slaves, and their trading networks helped to spread Viking culture and influence. In addition to trading goods, the Vikings also established a monetary system. They used silver as a form of currency and were known for producing high-quality silver coins, which became widely accepted throughout Europe. This allowed for more efficient trading and facilitated the growth of the Viking economy. The Vikings were also innovative in their trading practices, using a system called fardel trading, where merchants would divide up goods into smaller portions to sell individually, allowing for greater flexibility in the marketplace. 8. The Viking Age. The Viking Age is generally considered to have lasted from the late 8th century to the mid-11th century. During this time, Vikings travelled to and settled in many parts of Europe, including England, Scotland, Ireland, France, and Italy. It was a time of significant cultural exchange and influence, as the Vikings also brought back new ideas and technologies to Scandinavia. For example, the Vikings brought back new agricultural techniques and improved shipbuilding methods, which helped to further their expansion and success as seafarers and traders. The Viking Age had a lasting impact on Europe and beyond, shaping the course of history for centuries to come. 9. Viking art and craftsmanship. Vikings were skilled craftsmen, creating intricate and beautiful works of art in metal, wood, and other materials. They also excelled in shipbuilding and jewelry making, and their artwork and craftsmanship can still be seen in museums and historical sites today. In addition to their metalwork and shipbuilding skills, the Vikings were also renowned for their textile arts. They produced fine woven fabrics using a variety of techniques, including tablet weaving and embroidery. Viking women were often responsible for creating textiles, and their work was highly valued. Some of the most famous Viking textiles include the Oseberg tapestry, which depicts scenes from Norse mythology, and the Bayeux tapestry, which was likely created by Viking artisans in the Norman court of William the Conqueror. 10. Viking legacy. The legacy of the Vikings can be seen in many aspects of modern-day culture. Words such as berserk and Thor have their roots in Viking mythology, and Viking-inspired art and fashion continue to be popular today. The Vikings also left a lasting impact on the languages, cultures, and histories of the places they travelled to and settled in. The Viking legacy also includes the impact they had on the political landscape of Europe. The Vikings' raids and conquests led to the establishment of several Viking kingdoms, including the Kingdom of Dublin and the Kingdom of York. The Vikings also played a role in the unification of Norway under a single ruler, King Harald Fairhair. Additionally, their trade and commerce networks helped to establish important economic connections between different regions, paving the way for the growth of modern trade and commerce. We hope you enjoyed these 10 facts about Vikings. If you have any other interesting facts or tips about Vikings, please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more informative videos. Thanks for watching.